Hi, so I'm Miss Sydney or Sydney Stuckey. And today I have a basket for you that's about a zookeeper in the zoo. So first what I have to show you are these little note cards. So the first thing that I guess I'll pull out in my box is or my bucket are these little note cards that I made. I made them and I laminated them, and they just say, "Hello, I'm a zookeeper, the zookeeper." They get to draw themselves and write their name, so that works on their writing skills. I'll keep mine on. And I made two more, and then I would just give them expo markers for that. The next thing would be this. It's a food bowl so that they can compare. Obviously you could have like bigger food bowls, or you could have pictures of different food bowls that different animals use to like compare their sizes, like a hay trough or anything like that. But this is the one that I could find. I was kind of going for like a monkey size food bowl. So this is so the children can compare what like they eat out of to what animals eat out of, and like how that's similar or different. The next thing I'll pull out is my thermometer. So as a zookeeper, you help the vet in taking care of the animals, obviously. So mostly you just feed them and everything, but every once in a while you'll take their temperature, or you will get them antibiotics, or you'll help the vet in some way. So this would be a really good tool for them to learn how to use. Obviously you wouldn't have them stick it in their mouths because of COVID and just normal reasons otherwise, but you could work on their fine motor skills with pressing the button and reading the thermometer. Then we have a brush. So a brush for cleaning, then a spray bottle. You could have a regular spray bottle that squirts out water, or some, smell good. You could have water with essential oil in it, so that the kids can just like spray little animal figures down in the big food bowl or water bowl and then clean them off, just to kind of get a feel of how zookeepers do it. They don't clean them and bathe them every day, but they do knock some dirt off every once in a while. So there's those, and this, you could also give them some kind of fun spray after, to just, for the animals to have a good smell, if you wanted to. I have a magnifying glass, so it also helps for zookeepers to see what's on the animals, what might be on the ground around the animals, what might be in their mouths. Like, it just helps with all sorts of things, like if they have fleas or ticks or anything like that. A magnifying glass always helps. Then we have a hat and a vest. I couldn't find a vest that was like a normal vest, but this is the closest I could get to it. I had a thicker one, but I couldn't find that one. So the vest would just be like uniform that they could dress up in and kind of walk around and show like what a zookeeper normally wears. And the hat would just be also to see what a zookeeper normally wears. They also normally wear bucket hats, so a bucket hat would be a very fun idea to have. I have yarn as a toy. Toys are really good things to show the kids like what animals play with compared to what they play with, and like what their dog plays with compared to what beluga whales play with, or like gorillas play with. So I got some yarn. The lions or tigers might want to play with a big ball of yarn. Who knows? I also have, which you could get bigger balls of these, but like for monkeys or something, these would be good ones to give the children, to show them like size-wise, like a monkey would play with these and a tiger or a lion would play with this, or something like that. And then the fun part. I guess I'll do these first. So I made little booklets for each animal. I picked, I think, 6 animals. So first we have the enclosure of the flamingo. Her name is Fiona the Flamingo, and then this is an opportunity for the kids to read. So it says, Fiona the Flamingo, I am 10 years old. My birthday is February 28th. I came when I was 7 years old. I am old. I am here so they can feed me. My height is 4 feet. I weigh 5 pounds. The zoo helps me. So this would be more geared towards, kindergarten or so that they could read this on their own. And the fun part is this is also laminated so they can take their Expo marker, and I'll do it real quick. And there's an animal information sheet that they can fill out in the back. So they would read it and they would say, okay, her name is Fiona, and they would spell out Fiona. And then it says age 10. So then they would do age 10, birthday is February, so they could just put like Feb 28th, and this would also help them learn the days and their numbers and also their months and everything. Height is 4 feet and weight is 5 pounds. So they could just put like 4 or 5, obviously the older they get, they can put more detail. And then draw a picture. So they could look at the front and have fun drawing a picture of Fiona the Flamingo. I just thought this would be a really fun way for them to do better on their writing skills. And, anything else. So this is what the sheet would look like after they're done. Be Fiona, not the best flamingo, but you get the gist of it. So I had one for Fiona. I don't have an animal for Fiona. I have Georgie the giraffe, which we have a Georgie the giraffe that they can use and play with and just kind of see, like, there are other animals in here, like a, let's see, oh, there's a monkey. So, like, they can do size comparisons to see how big or small they are. Then we have Miranda the monkey, and I also included in each one their footprints to see how similar they are. So the kids could be like, wow, my hands are really similar to this. But then for the giraffe, they'd be like, not so similar. So that would be a fun thing for them to do. So then we've got Miranda the monkey. Then we've got Poppy the polar bear. I don't have a polar bear. And polar bears are like iffy. They're sometimes in it, sometimes not. And then we've got Lionel the lion. And I do have a lion in here for them to play with and use. And I loved giving the animals names because I felt like it made it more real and they could use their imagination more. And then I also had Ellie the elephant. And there is an elephant in here somewhere. But there are also other things, like other animals in here that they could, you could give them, like a gorilla. Like, obviously the gorilla doesn't have a sheet. But you could give them the gorilla and the ostrich and the alligator just to get them like familiarized with different animals and everything. And then lastly, I have 2 books. It's Zoo by Gail Gibbons, and then 1, 2, 3 to the Zoo by a counting book by Eric Carle. So these are really good books. This talks about the life of a zookeeper, and then it doesn't talk about anything actually. It gives numbers and different animals for each page, and however many animals are on the page is like the number on the page. So a good thing for this would be to use it as a wordless picture book for them to imagine, what might be happening in the book. And then lastly, I have a blanket, obviously, because love doing picnics at the park and at the zoo. That's my favorite thing of all time. So that is it. Thank you.